Hey guys, it's Miss M from Pacific again. I'm back with another video. This time I'm going to show you guys some easy DIY games that you don't really need a lot of materials for, that you can play if you're getting bored at home. Okay, let's get right into it. First up is a game I know as Dots and Boxes. This is one of my favorites to play with my students whenever we had some downtime. For this game, all you need is at least 2 players, a blank paper, and anything to write with. But if you want to make it easier to keep track of your points, try to have a different colored writing utensil for each player. If it's not possible, I'll let you know how you can still play this in a little bit. So the rules are pretty simple. First, you need to set up some rows of dots. Then, each player gets a turn to draw a line from one dot to another. The way to get the point is by drawing in the line that closes the square. This is where it would come in handy to have different colors. That way you can just shade in the square that you closed. But if you don't have any extra colors, you can always just write in the first letter of your name to keep track. As the game continues, you do not have to keep closing up every box after every turn. You can draw random lines around the whole paper if you want. If you are able to close up a big square, the number of points depends on how many small squares are inside of the big square that you closed. For example, the square that I just closed in had 9 small squares in it, which means I get those 9 points. The player with the most points at the end wins. The next game is a simple one we all know as matchup or memory. For this game, all you need is yourself or more players if you'd like to make it more fun. A piece of paper, something to draw with, and some scissors. First, you're going to need to grab your paper and fold it until you get the desired number of cards that you want. It does need to be an even amount of cards, and for my example, I had 9 cards, but I just kept the extra card out. Once I'm done folding my paper, I'm gonna open it up and draw 2 of the same picture, 1 on each square. Once again, if you have colors, you can use them to color in the pictures, but it's not 100% necessary. You could also always switch up the game by writing 2 of the same words, or a math problem with the answer, so that you can match those up instead. After you finish drawing or coloring, you will safely cut out each square with your scissors. Now all that's left is to shuffle them and place them on a surface face down. All you have to do is find its pair, and you can always challenge yourself by setting a timer and trying to beat the last time that you got. For the last game, we have Spot the Differences. All you really need is at least 2 players, a paper, and a pencil, but just like the previous games, you can always use colors to brighten it up. For my example, I just drew a simple kitchen setting, and that's all you really need to do for the first part, is draw something with a couple of details to it. Once you're finished, you let the second player look at it for about 10 seconds. Then, without letting them look, you're going to add a few more details into your drawing without letting the details look too obvious. Once you're finished drawing in your extra details, go ahead and let the second player try to spot the differences. Just like the other games, you can also challenge yourself by setting a timer to see who can spot the differences faster. Well, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys give these a try. You'd be surprised how much fun they are. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys are all staying healthy and safe. Bye!